Picture this, a world cloaked in shadows, where knights ride through misty forests, castles loom over foggy landscapes, and secrets whisper through the corridors of time. The medieval period, a time of grandeur and mystery, holds stories so strange, so baffling, that even centuries later, they remain unsolved. What if I told you that some of these mysteries have been forgotten, buried beneath the weight of history, waiting to be rediscovered? Today, we're embarking on a journey through 25 of the most enigmatic tales from the medieval world. From vanished princes to cursed treasures, from inexplicable phenomena to legendary quests, these are the forgotten mysteries that continue to puzzle historians, inspire storytellers, and ignite our imaginations. So, are you ready to step into the past and uncover the secrets that time has tried to erase? Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll not only have explored these forgotten enigmas, but also gained a deeper appreciation for the medieval world's enduring allure. Let's begin. Now turning to one of the most haunting mysteries of the medieval world, we find ourselves in the year 1483, standing before the imposing walls of the Tower of London. Here, two young princes, Edward V and his brother Richard, vanished without a trace, leaving behind a mystery that has puzzled historians for centuries. Edward, just 12 years old, was the rightful heir to the English throne, while Richard, at 9, was his loyal companion. Their disappearance has sparked countless theories, each more intriguing than the last. Some believe they were murdered, possibly on the orders of their uncle, Richard III, who seized the throne shortly after their disappearance. Others suggest they may have escaped, living out their lives in secret. Then there are those who point to political conspiracies, with rival factions orchestrating their disappearance to destabilize the monarchy. Richard III's role in this tragedy remains hotly debated. Was he a ruthless usurper willing to eliminate his own nephews for power, or was he a scapegoat framed by his enemies to tarnish his legacy? The truth may never be known, but the story of the princes in the tower continues to captivate, a chilling reminder of the dark intrigues that define the medieval world. As we move forward, this mystery sets the stage for the many enigmas yet to come. Now shifting our gaze to another enigma that has baffled scholars for centuries, we encounter the Voynich Manuscript, a mysterious book that defies comprehension. Written in an unknown script and adorned with bizarre illustrations of plants, celestial charts, and human figures, this medieval artifact has puzzled historians, cryptographers, and linguists alike. Discovered in the early 20th century by a Polish book dealer named Wilfred Voynich, the manuscript is believed to date back to the 15th century, though its exact origins remain shrouded in mystery. The text, composed in a language or code that has yet to be deciphered, is accompanied by drawings that range from the mundane to the fantastical, unidentifiable herbs, naked women bathing in green liquid, and intricate astrological diagrams. Over the years, countless experts have attempted to crack its code, from World War II codebreakers to modern-day computer algorithms, yet none have succeeded. Theories about its purpose abound. Some suggest it is an alchemical text filled with secret knowledge of the natural world. Others propose it might be a medical or botanical guide, while a few even argue it could be an elaborate hoax crafted to deceive or entertain. Despite the lack of answers, the Voynich Manuscript continues to captivate, a testament to the enduring allure of the unknown. As we delve deeper into the medieval world's forgotten mysteries, this enigmatic book reminds us that some secrets may never be fully unraveled. Now turning to a tale that feels as though it were plucked from the pages of a fairy tale, we arrive at the strange story of the Green Children of Woolpit. In the 12th century, the small village of Woolpit in England became the stage for one of the most peculiar mysteries of the medieval world. According to chronicles from the time, two children, a brother and sister, were discovered near the village, their skin an unnatural shade of green. They spoke an unknown language, wore unfamiliar clothing, and refused to eat anything but raw beans for months. The villagers, bewildered by their appearance, took them in, and over time, the children adapted to their new surroundings. The girl, who survived longer than her brother, eventually learned to speak English and shared a fragment of their story. She claimed they came from a place called St. Martin's Land, a subterranean world where the sun never shone and everything was bathed in a perpetual twilight. Theories about the Green Children's origins have sparked endless debate. Some suggest they were extraterrestrial beings, visitors from another world who somehow found their way to medieval England. Others propose they were refugees from a distant, isolated land, their green hue the result of malnutrition or a diet rich in unripe vegetation. Another intriguing theory posits that they were part of a subterranean community, perhaps survivors of a forgotten underground civilization. While the truth remains elusive, the story of the Green Children of Woolpit continues to captivate, blending folklore, mystery, and a touch of the otherworldly. As we move forward, this enigmatic tale reminds us that the medieval world was filled with wonders and questions that still defy explanation. Now shifting our gaze to a legend steeped in intrigue and wealth, we arrive at the enduring mystery of the lost treasure of the Knights Templar. This medieval order of warrior monks, renowned for their military prowess and vast riches, met a dramatic and tragic end in the early 14th century. Accused of heresy and disbanded by King Philip IV of France, the Templars faced persecution, imprisonment, and execution. But before their downfall, rumors swirled that they had hidden their immense treasure, a fortune said to include gold, sacred relics, and priceless artifacts in secret locations across Europe and beyond. Theories about the treasure's whereabouts have fueled centuries of speculation and treasure hunts. Some believe it was smuggled to Scotland, where the Templars found refuge among sympathetic allies. Others suggest it was transported to the New World, long before Columbus's voyages, and buried in remote locations like Oak Island in Nova Scotia. There are even claims that the treasure lies hidden beneath the ruins of Templar strongholds in France or within the cryptic architecture of Rosslyn Chapel in Scotland. The allure of the Templar treasure is not just about its material value, but also the mystique surrounding their supposed knowledge of ancient secrets and sacred relics, such as the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant. What makes this mystery so captivating is the blend of historical fact and legend. The Templars were undeniably wealthy, their financial network spanning Europe, but the exact nature and location of their treasure remain shrouded in mystery. Were they able to hide it in time, or was it seized by their enemies? The enduring fascination with the Knights Templar and their lost fortune speaks to our timeless curiosity about hidden riches and the secrets of the past. As we continue our journey through the forgotten mysteries of the medieval world, the legend of the Templar treasure reminds us that some stories, no matter how old, never lose their power to captivate and inspire. Now turning to a gemstone steeped in both beauty and tragedy, we delve into the enigmatic tale of the Hope Diamond. This legendary blue diamond, one of the most famous jewels in the world, is said to carry a curse that has brought misfortune to its owners throughout history. Its origins trace back to medieval India, where it was reportedly mined from the Kolar mine in the Golconda region. Known for producing some of the finest diamonds in history, Golconda was the source of many royal treasures, but none have captured the imagination quite like the Hope Diamond. The diamond's journey begins with its theft from a Hindu temple, where it was said to adorn the statue of a goddess. According to legend, this act of sacrilege invoked a curse that would follow the stone and its possessors for centuries. From India, the diamond made its way into the hands of European royalty, including King Louis XIV of France, who had it recut and set into a grand pendant. However, the splendor of the French court could not shield its owners from the diamond's alleged curse. Louis and his descendants faced financial ruin, political upheaval, and untimely deaths, leading many to believe the curse was real. Over the centuries, the Hope Diamond passed through numerous hands, each owner seemingly struck by misfortune. From bankers to socialites, those who possessed the gem faced bankruptcy, illness, and even tragic accidents. One of the most famous owners, Evelyn Walsh McLean, endured a series of personal tragedies, including the death of her son and the collapse of her marriage, despite her belief that she could defy the curse. Today, the diamond resides in the Smithsonian Institution, where it continues to draw millions of visitors, its dark history adding to its mystique. The mystery of the Hope Diamond lies not only in its curse but also in its true origins and powers. Some believe the curse is a myth, a story crafted to enhance the diamond's allure. Others point to the eerie pattern of misfortune as evidence of something more sinister. Whether cursed or simply a victim of coincidence, the Hope Diamond remains a symbol of both opulence and peril, a glittering reminder of the mysteries that lie beneath the surface of history. As we continue our exploration of forgotten medieval mysteries, the tale of the Hope Diamond invites us to ponder the fine line between legend and reality, and the enduring power of stories that captivate the human imagination. Now shifting our gaze to a phenomenon that defies both reason and explanation, we arrive at the strange and unsettling tale of the dancing plague of 1518. In the heart of Strasbourg, a city in what is now modern-day France, hundreds of people were suddenly gripped by an uncontrollable urge to dance. This was no ordinary celebration or festive gathering. It was a bizarre and terrifying event that lasted for days, leaving the community in shock and historians puzzled for centuries. The outbreak began in July of 1518, when a woman named Frau Trophia stepped into the streets and began to dance. She danced alone at first, her movements erratic and unrelenting, even as exhaustion set in. Within days, dozens of others joined her, their bodies seemingly compelled to move without rest. The numbers swelled to hundreds, with men, women, and children caught in the same inexplicable frenzy. Some danced until they collapsed from exhaustion, while others reportedly danced themselves to death, their hearts giving out under the strain. What could have caused such a strange and tragic event? Historians and scientists have proposed several theories over the years. One of the most widely discussed is mass hysteria, a psychological phenomenon where stress, fear, or collective anxiety manifests in physical symptoms. Strasbourg at the time was a city under immense pressure, plagued by famine, disease, and social unrest. It's possible that the dancing plague was a physical expression of the community's collective despair. Another theory points to ergot poisoning, a condition caused by consuming rye contaminated with a toxic fungus. Ergot can produce hallucinations, convulsions, and involuntary muscle movements, symptoms that might explain the uncontrollable dancing. However, this theory has its critics, as ergot poisoning typically causes severe pain and would not account for the prolonged dancing scene in Strasbourg. The impact of the dancing plague on medieval society was profound. It was seen as a divine punishment or a sign of demonic possession, leading to desperate attempts to appease the heavens. Local authorities even built stages and hired musicians, believing that allowing the afflicted to dance might help them recover. Instead, the frenzy only intensified. The event left a lasting mark on the city's history, a haunting reminder of the fragility of the human mind and body in the face of the unknown. The dancing plague of 1518 remains one of the most perplexing mysteries of the medieval world. Was it a case of mass hysteria, a toxic reaction, or something else entirely? The truth may never be fully uncovered, but the story invites us to reflect on the power of the human psyche and the mysteries that still linger in the shadows of history. As we move forward, this strange episode serves as a reminder of how little we truly understand about the forces that shape our lives. Now turning to a tale that captivated the imaginations of medieval Europe, we delve into the legend of Prester John, a mysterious Christian king said to rule over a distant and fabulously wealthy kingdom. This myth, which emerged in the 12th century, became one of the most enduring and influential stories of the medieval world, shaping the ambitions of explorers and the dreams of rulers for centuries. The legend of Prester John first appeared in a letter supposedly written by the king himself that circulated across Europe. In this letter, Prester John described his kingdom as a land of unimaginable riches, filled with gold, precious stones, and exotic creatures. He claimed to rule over 72 kingdoms, each more magnificent than the last, and his realm was said to be a place of peace, justice, and Christian piety. The letter also spoke of fantastical elements, such as rivers of gold and fountains of eternal youth, which only added to the allure of this mythical land. For medieval Europeans, Prester John represented a powerful ally in their struggles against the forces of Islam. Many believed that his kingdom lay somewhere in the east, beyond the lands controlled by Muslim rulers, and that he was ready to join forces with Christian Europe to reclaim the Holy Land. This belief fueled the hopes of crusaders and inspired countless expeditions to find his kingdom. The search for Prester John's realm became a driving force behind European exploration. In the 13th century, travelers like Marco Polo and missionaries sent by the Pope ventured into Central Asia, hoping to locate the legendary king. While they never found him, their journeys expanded European knowledge of the world and opened new trade routes. Later, as explorers began to chart the coast of Africa, the legend shifted, and many believed Prester John's kingdom might lie in Ethiopia, a Christian nation that seemed to fit the description of his realm. The influence of the Prester John legend extended beyond exploration. It shaped the way Europeans viewed the world, blending religious fervor with a sense of wonder and possibility. The idea of a distant Christian kingdom, untouched by the corruption and conflict of Europe, offered a vision of hope and renewal. It also reflected the medieval fascination with the unknown and the desire to connect with distant lands and peoples. Though the legend of Prester John was eventually debunked, its impact on history is undeniable. It inspired generations of explorers, fueled the age of discovery, and left an indelible mark on the medieval imagination. As we reflect on this enduring myth, we are reminded of the power of stories to shape our understanding of the world and drive us to seek out the unknown. With the next phase of our journey in sight, we turn to another mystery that continues to captivate and intrigue: the lost library of Ivan the Terrible. As we set sail into the next chapter of our journey, we encounter a mystery that bridges the medieval world with the age of modern exploration: the enigmatic tale of the Mary Celeste. Found adrift in the Atlantic Ocean in 1872, this ship became one of the most baffling maritime mysteries in history. While its story unfolds centuries after the medieval period, the Mary Celeste's eerie abandonment echoes the superstitions and fears that haunted sailors of the Middle Ages. The Mary Celeste was discovered off the coast of Portugal, fully intact and seaworthy, yet completely devoid of its crew. The ship's cargo, personal belongings, and even the crew's unfinished meals were left untouched, as if the sailors had vanished into thin air. No signs of struggle, foul play, or natural disaster could explain their disappearance, leaving investigators and historians puzzled for generations. One of the most enduring theories ties the Mary Celeste's fate to the medieval maritime traditions of superstition and the unknown. Sailors of the Middle Ages often spoke of phantom ships, cursed vessels, and the wrath of the sea as explanations for the unexplainable. The Mary Celeste's abandonment seemed to embody these ancient fears, as if the ship had fallen victim to some unseen force. Some speculated that the crew had encountered a sea monster or been lured away by sirens, echoing the mythical dangers that medieval sailors believed lurked in the depths. Another theory suggests that the crew may have abandoned ship due to a sudden, unexplained event, such as a malfunctioning alcohol cargo causing an explosion or a freak wave. Yet, no evidence of such an event was found, leaving the mystery unsolved. The ship's logbook, which recorded its final days, offered no clues, adding to the sense of unease surrounding its discovery. The Mary Celeste story also reflects the medieval fascination with the unknown and the supernatural. Just as medieval sailors feared the edges of their maps, marked by sea monsters and uncharted waters, the Mary Celeste's fate reminds us of the enduring mysteries of the ocean. Its tale has inspired countless legends, from ghost ships to alien abductions, keeping the spirit of medieval maritime lore alive in the modern imagination. As we leave the mystery of the Mary Celeste behind, we are reminded of how the sea has always been a place of wonder and danger, where the line between reality and myth blurs. With the next phase of our journey on the horizon, we turn to a mystery that shook the very foundations of medieval Europe, the origins of the Black Death. As the shadows of the Mary Celeste's mystery fade, we step into one of the darkest chapters of medieval history, the origins of the Black Death. This devastating plague, which swept across Europe in the 14th century, wiped out an estimated 1/3 of the continent's population, leaving a trail of death and despair in its wake. But where did this catastrophic disease come from, and how did it spread with such terrifying speed? The answers lie in a web of mystery, science, and medieval superstition. The Black Death is widely believed to have originated in Central Asia, possibly in the steppes of modern-day Kazakhstan or Mongolia. From there, it traveled along the Silk Road, carried by merchants, soldiers, and the fleas that infested the rats aboard their ships. By the 1340s, the plague had reached the bustling ports of the Black Sea, and from there, it spread like wildfire across Europe. The speed of its transmission was unprecedented, fueled by the close quarters of medieval cities, poor sanitation, and the interconnected trade routes of the time. One of the most widely accepted theories points to the role of fleas and rats in spreading the disease. The bacterium Yersinia pestis, carried by fleas that lived on black rats, was the primary culprit. When these rats died, the fleas would jump to humans, transmitting the deadly infection. However, some historians argue that the plague's rapid spread suggests other carriers may have been involved. For example, human fleas and lice could have played a significant role, especially in colder climates where rats were less common. Others have proposed that the disease may have spread through the air in its pneumonic form, making it even more contagious. The Black Death's impact was catastrophic. Entire villages were wiped out, and cities became ghost towns as the living struggled to bury the dead. The social and economic fabric of medieval Europe was torn apart, leading to widespread panic, religious fervor, and even violent scapegoating of minority groups like Jews who were falsely accused of poisoning wells. The plague also left a lasting mark on art and culture, with themes of death and mortality dominating literature, painting, and sculpture for generations. Yet, despite the devastation, the Black Death also sparked significant changes. The massive loss of life led to labor shortages, which in turn empowered peasants to demand better wages and working conditions, ultimately contributing to the decline of feudalism. The plague also spurred advancements in medicine and public health, as societies sought to understand and prevent future outbreaks. As we reflect on the origins and impact of the Black Death, we are reminded of the fragility of human life and the profound ways in which disease can shape history. With the echoes of this medieval catastrophe still resonating, we turn our gaze to another enduring mystery, the lost library of Ivan the Terrible, a treasure trove of knowledge that vanished without a trace. Now, as we leave the haunting echoes of the Black Death behind, we step into the shadowy corridors of medieval Russia, where one of history's most tantalizing mysteries awaits, the lost library of Ivan the Terrible. This legendary collection, said to house some of the world's most priceless ancient texts, has captivated historians, treasure hunters, and dreamers for centuries. But what exactly was this library, and why has it remained hidden for so long? Ivan the Terrible, the infamous Tsar of Russia, ruled during the 16th century, a time of both great expansion and brutal repression. Known for his volatile temper and ruthless policies, Ivan was also a man of immense intellect and curiosity. He amassed a vast collection of books and manuscripts, many of which were said to be rare or even unique. Among these treasures were ancient Greek and Roman texts, Byzantine chronicles, and possibly even works from the legendary Library of Alexandria. Some accounts suggest that Ivan's library contained knowledge that could rewrite history itself. The mystery deepens when we consider how the library vanished. After Ivan's death in 1584, the collection seemingly disappeared without a trace. Some believe it was hidden away in the Kremlin's secret chambers, while others speculate it was moved to a remote location to protect it from invaders or political turmoil. Over the centuries, numerous expeditions have been launched to find the library, but none have succeeded. The search has taken treasure hunters through the labyrinthine tunnels beneath Moscow, into the depths of ancient monasteries, and even to the far reaches of Siberia. One of the most intriguing theories ties the library to the reign of Ivan's grandson, Tsar Alexei, who reportedly ordered a secret inventory of the collection. According to some accounts, the library was stored in a hidden vault beneath the Kremlin, but the exact location was lost over time. Others suggest that the library was smuggled out of Russia during periods of political instability, possibly ending up in the hands of foreign collectors or even buried beneath the ruins of a forgotten fortress. The lost library of Ivan the Terrible is more than just a treasure hunt. It's a window into the intellectual and cultural ambitions of medieval Russia. If discovered, it could shed light on the knowledge and ideas that shaped one of history's most enigmatic rulers. Yet, for now, the library remains a tantalizing mystery, a ghostly reminder of the secrets that history sometimes keeps hidden. As we ponder the fate of Ivan's lost library, we prepare to uncover another medieval enigma, the Winchester Mystery House, a place where architecture and the supernatural collide in the most unexpected ways. Now, as we shift our gaze from the shadowy depths of medieval Russia, we find ourselves stepping into a world where the supernatural and the architectural collide in the most peculiar way, the Winchester Mystery House. Built in the late 19th century by Sarah Winchester, the widow of the famous firearms magnate William Wirt Winchester, this sprawling mansion in San Jose, California, is a labyrinth of oddities that has baffled visitors and historians alike. Sarah Winchester's story is as enigmatic as the house itself. After the deaths of her infant daughter and husband, she inherited a vast fortune and became consumed by the belief that she was cursed by the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles. Legend has it that a medium told her to build a house to appease these restless souls, and so she did continuously for 38 years until her death in 1922. The result is a mansion with 160 rooms, staircases that lead to nowhere, doors that open into walls, and windows placed in floors. It's as if the house was designed to confuse both the living and the dead. The Winchester Mystery House is more than just a quirky architectural marvel. It's a reflection of the medieval fascination with the supernatural. In the Middle Ages, people often sought to protect themselves from malevolent spirits through elaborate rituals, charms, and even the design of their homes. Sarah Winchester's endless construction project mirrors this ancient desire to ward off unseen forces, blending the medieval obsession with the otherworldly into a modern setting. Theories about the house's design range from the practical to the paranormal. Some believe Sarah's constant renovations were a way to keep carpenters employed, while others think she was genuinely trying to create a maze to confuse vengeful spirits. The house's peculiar features, like its upside-down columns and secret passageways, only add to its mystique. Even today, visitors report strange occurrences, footsteps in empty hallways, doors slamming on their own, and an eerie sense of being watched. The Winchester Mystery House stands as a testament to the enduring human fascination with the unknown. It bridges the gap between medieval superstitions and modern curiosities, reminding us that the mysteries of the past continue to shape our present. As we leave this architectural enigma behind, we prepare to delve into another legendary quest, the search for the Holy Grail, a symbol of divine power and eternal mystery. Now, as we step into the realm of myth and legend, we find ourselves drawn to one of the most enduring mysteries of the medieval world, the quest for the Holy Grail. This sacred object, often depicted as a chalice or cup, has captured the imagination of countless generations, symbolizing divine grace, eternal life, and the ultimate spiritual pursuit. Its origins are deeply rooted in Arthurian legend, where knights of the Round Table embarked on perilous journeys to find this elusive treasure, believing it held the power to heal and transform. The Holy Grail first gained prominence in medieval literature, particularly in the works of Chrétien de Troyes and later in the writings of Robert de Boron. These tales wove together Christian symbolism with ancient Celtic myths, creating a narrative that resonated deeply with the medieval mind. The Grail was said to have been used by Jesus Christ at the Last Supper and later by Joseph of Arimathea to collect his blood at the crucifixion. This connection to sacred history elevated the Grail to a symbol of divine mystery, inspiring knights and seekers to dedicate their lives to its discovery. But what exactly was the Holy Grail? Theories about its nature and location abound. Some believe it was a literal cup hidden away in a remote monastery or buried deep within the earth. Others suggest it was a metaphor for spiritual enlightenment, a quest not for a physical object but for inner transformation. The Grail has been linked to various locations, from Glastonbury in England to Montségur in France, each site steeped in its own legends and lore. The idea that the Grail might still exist, waiting to be found, continues to fuel modern explorations and archaeological endeavors. The cultural significance of the Holy Grail extends far beyond its medieval origins. It has inspired countless works of art, literature, and film, from Wagner's operas to Indiana Jones' adventures. Its themes of sacrifice, redemption, and the eternal search for meaning resonate with audiences even today. The Grail represents not just a relic of the past, but a timeless symbol of humanity's deepest aspirations. As we reflect on the legend of the Holy Grail, we are reminded of the power of stories to shape our understanding of the world. Whether it was a real object or a metaphor for something greater, the Grail's legacy endures, inviting us to ponder the mysteries that lie at the heart of our shared history. And now, as we turn our attention to the next chapter, we prepare to explore another enigmatic tale, the mystery of the Roanoke colony, a story of disappearance and unanswered questions that echoes the medieval fascination with the unknown. As the shadows of medieval exploration stretch into the dawn of a new era, we find ourselves drawn to a mystery that bridges the gap between the old world and the new, the enigmatic disappearance of the Roanoke colony. Established in the late 16th century on the shores of what is now North Carolina, Roanoke was England's first attempt at a permanent settlement in the New World. Yet, when a supply ship returned in 1590, the colony had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only a single cryptic clue, the word Croatoan carved into a wooden post. This baffling event has since become one of history's most enduring puzzles, echoing the medieval fascination with the unknown and the unexplored. Theories about the fate of the Roanoke settlers are as varied as they are intriguing. Some suggest that the colonists integrated with local Native American tribes, a possibility supported by later reports of English-speaking individuals among indigenous communities. Others propose that the settlers fell victim to disease, famine, or conflict, their lives claimed by the harsh realities of an unfamiliar land. More speculative ideas even hint at supernatural forces or extraterrestrial intervention, though these remain firmly in the realm of legend. What ties these theories together is their reflection of the medieval spirit of exploration, a relentless drive to venture into the unknown, even at great risk. The Roanoke mystery also serves as a poignant reminder of the challenges faced by early explorers. Like the medieval knights who sought the Holy Grail or the mythical kingdom of Prester John, the Roanoke settlers were driven by a mix of ambition, curiosity, and the promise of new beginnings. Their disappearance underscores the perilous nature of such endeavors, where the line between discovery and disaster was often perilously thin. The story of Roanoke is not just a tale of loss, but a testament to the enduring human desire to push beyond the boundaries of the known world. As we ponder the fate of the Roanoke colony, we are reminded of how the medieval fascination with exploration and mystery continued to shape the course of history. The settlers' disappearance remains a haunting reminder of the risks and rewards of venturing into the unknown, a theme that resonates deeply with the medieval quests we've explored. And now, as we turn our gaze to the next chapter, we prepare to uncover another legend steeped in intrigue. The Curse of the Pharaohs, a tale that bridges the medieval world with the ancient past. Now, as we step into the shadowy corridors of ancient Egypt, we encounter a legend that has captivated imaginations for centuries: the Curse of the Pharaohs. This eerie belief, rooted in medieval fascination with the mysteries of the past, suggests that those who disturb the tombs of ancient rulers will face dire consequences. While the idea of a curse might seem like a modern invention, its origins can be traced back to the medieval period, when tales of Egypt's grandeur and its enigmatic rulers began to weave their way into European folklore. During the Middle Ages, Egypt was often portrayed as a land of immense wealth and arcane knowledge, a place where the boundaries between the natural and the supernatural blurred. Stories of cursed treasures and vengeful spirits began to emerge, fueled by the discovery of ancient artifacts and the translation of Egyptian texts. These tales were further amplified by the medieval obsession with the afterlife and the belief that the dead could wield power over the living. The idea that disturbing a pharaoh's eternal rest could unleash calamity became a recurring theme in medieval literature and oral traditions. The Curse of the Pharaohs gained widespread attention in the modern era, particularly after the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922. Reports of mysterious deaths and misfortunes among those involved in the excavation fueled the legend, with many attributing these events to the pharaoh's wrath. While skeptics argue that these incidents were coincidental or exaggerated, the curse became a powerful symbol of the dangers of meddling with the past. It also reflected the medieval belief in the sanctity of burial sites and the consequences of defying the natural order. This legend had a profound impact on the exploration of Egyptian tombs, shaping both the methods and the mindset of archaeologists. The fear of curses led to more cautious and respectful approaches to excavation, as well as a deeper appreciation for the cultural and spiritual significance of these ancient sites. At the same time, the Curse of the Pharaohs became a staple of popular culture, inspiring countless books, films, and stories that continue to fascinate audiences today. As we reflect on the Curse of the Pharaohs, we see how medieval beliefs about ancient Egypt have left an indelible mark on our understanding of the past. This legend serves as a reminder of the enduring power of mystery and the human desire to uncover the secrets of history, even at the risk of awakening forces beyond our control. And now, as we prepare to delve into the next mystery, we turn our attention to the medieval roots of treasure hunting legends and their connection to the Oak Island money pit, a tale that continues to captivate treasure seekers and historians alike. Now, as we shift our focus to the shores of Nova Scotia, we uncover one of the most enduring treasure hunting mysteries of all time: the Oak Island money pit. This enigmatic site, shrouded in legend and speculation, has captivated treasure hunters, historians, and adventurers for centuries. But what many don't realize is that its roots can be traced back to the medieval fascination with hidden riches and the allure of lost treasures. The story of the Oak Island money pit begins in the late 18th century, when a group of young men discovered a peculiar depression in the ground on Oak Island. As they dug deeper, they encountered layers of logs, strange markings, and even a stone inscribed with cryptic symbols. This discovery sparked a frenzy of speculation, with many believing the pit was part of an elaborate treasure vault. Over the years, countless theories have emerged about its origins, ranging from pirate hordes to Templar treasures and even royal artifacts hidden during times of turmoil. One of the most compelling theories ties the money pit to the Knights Templar, the medieval order of warrior monks who amassed immense wealth and were rumored to have hidden their treasures before their downfall in the 14th century. Some believe that the Templars, fleeing persecution, sailed to the New World and buried their riches on Oak Island, leaving behind intricate booby traps and cryptic clues to protect their hoard. This theory is bolstered by the presence of medieval-style symbols and engineering techniques found at the site, which suggest a level of sophistication beyond the capabilities of pirates or colonial settlers. Another theory points to the possibility of Spanish or French treasure hidden during the age of exploration and colonization. The money pit's location along key maritime routes makes it a plausible candidate for such a cache, with some suggesting it could contain gold, jewels, or even religious artifacts. Yet, despite centuries of excavation and countless expeditions, no definitive proof of treasure has ever been found, leaving the mystery unsolved. The ongoing search for the Oak Island treasure has become a modern-day quest fueled by advanced technology and the unwavering determination of treasure hunters. From drilling operations to underwater explorations, each new effort brings fresh hope of uncovering the truth. Yet, the money pit continues to guard its secrets, with each discovery raising more questions than answers. As we reflect on the Oak Island money pit, we see how medieval legends of hidden treasures have inspired generations of adventurers. This enduring mystery reminds us of the timeless allure of the unknown and the human desire to uncover the secrets of the past. And now, as we prepare to explore the next chapter in our journey, we turn our attention to the medieval fascination with lost cities of gold and its influence on the search for El Dorado, a legend that continues to captivate the imagination of explorers and dreamers alike. As the next chapter of our journey unfolds, we delve into the legendary tale of El Dorado, a story that has captivated explorers and dreamers for centuries. Rooted in the medieval fascination with lost cities of gold, the legend of El Dorado speaks to humanity's enduring quest for wealth, adventure, and the unknown. This mythical city, said to be overflowing with gold and untold riches, has inspired countless expeditions, each driven by the hope of uncovering its secrets. The origins of El Dorado can be traced back to the Muisca people of present-day Colombia, who practiced a ritual involving a chief covered in gold dust. This ceremony, witnessed by Spanish conquistadors in the 16th century, sparked rumors of a golden city hidden deep within the uncharted jungles of South America. Over time, the story evolved, transforming into a tale of an entire city made of gold, a place so magnificent that it seemed almost otherworldly. The search for El Dorado became a driving force for European explorers during the age of colonization. Figures like Gonzalo Pizarro and Sir Walter Raleigh led expeditions into the heart of the Amazon, braving treacherous terrain, disease, and hostile encounters in pursuit of the legendary city. These journeys, often marked by hardship and failure, only added to the mystique of El Dorado, turning it into a symbol of both ambition and folly. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the legend of El Dorado has persisted, fueled by tantalizing clues and the occasional discovery of gold artifacts. Some believe the city may have been a metaphor for the natural wealth of the Americas, while others argue it could have been a real place, its location lost to time. The mystery has even extended into modern times, with treasure hunters and archaeologists continuing to search for traces of this fabled city. The enduring allure of El Dorado lies not just in the promise of gold, but in the spirit of exploration it represents. It embodies the human desire to push boundaries, to seek out the unknown, and to dream of something greater. As we reflect on this legendary quest, we are reminded of how medieval myths and legends have shaped our understanding of the world, inspiring generations to venture into the unknown in search of answers. With the next phase of our journey in sight, we turn our attention to another maritime mystery that has puzzled historians and adventurers alike: the Bermuda Triangle. This enigmatic region, steeped in tales of vanished ships and planes, carries echoes of medieval seafaring lore, reminding us that the mysteries of the past continue to influence our present. As the horizon shifts to a new enigma, we find ourselves drawn to the infamous Bermuda Triangle, a region that has long been shrouded in mystery and speculation. Stretching between the points of Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, this area has become synonymous with unexplained disappearances of ships and aircraft, sparking countless theories and debates. But what many may not realize is that the roots of this modern mystery can be traced back to medieval maritime legends, where tales of treacherous waters and supernatural forces were commonplace. The Bermuda Triangle's reputation as a perilous zone began to take shape in the 20th century, with high-profile incidents like the disappearance of Flight 19 in 1945, a squadron of 5 U.S. Navy bombers that vanished without a trace. Yet, the fascination with this region echoes the medieval seafaring lore that spoke of uncharted waters, sea monsters, and cursed voyages. Sailors of the Middle Ages often recounted stories of ships being swallowed by whirlpools or lured off course by mysterious lights, much like the modern accounts of compass malfunctions and sudden storms in the Bermuda Triangle. One of the most enduring theories about the Bermuda Triangle involves magnetic anomalies that disrupt navigation systems, a phenomenon that medieval sailors might have attributed to the whims of the gods or the influence of supernatural beings. Others suggest that methane gas eruptions from the ocean floor could cause ships to lose buoyancy and sink without warning, a natural explanation that aligns with the medieval belief in the unpredictable and often hostile nature of the sea. Some have even drawn parallels between the Bermuda Triangle and the medieval legend of the Flying Dutchman, a ghost ship doomed to sail the seas forever. Both tales evoke a sense of dread and fascination, blending the unknown with the eerie. Whether these connections are coincidental or rooted in shared human fears, they highlight how the mysteries of the past continue to shape our understanding of the present. Despite the many theories, the Bermuda Triangle remains an unsolved puzzle, a testament to the enduring allure of the unknown. As we navigate through this modern maritime mystery, we are reminded of the medieval seafarers who braved the open waters, driven by curiosity and a thirst for discovery. The Bermuda Triangle, much like the legends of old, invites us to question what lies beyond the horizon and to ponder the mysteries that still elude our understanding. With this chapter of our journey complete, we now set our sights on another timeless quest: the search for eternal youth. The legend of the Fountain of Youth, steeped in medieval lore, beckons us to explore the boundaries of human ambition and the timeless desire to defy the limits of mortality. Now, as we step into the realm of timeless dreams and human ambition, we encounter one of the most enduring legends of the medieval world: the Fountain of Youth. This mythical spring, said to restore youth and vitality to anyone who drinks from it, has captivated imaginations for centuries, blending the boundaries between myth, history, and human desire. The quest for eternal youth is as old as humanity itself, but it was during the medieval period that this legend took on a life of its own, inspiring explorers, adventurers, and dreamers to seek out this elusive source of immortality. The legend of the Fountain of Youth is often associated with the Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon, who, in the early 16th century, embarked on a voyage to find it. While many believe he was searching for the fountain in what is now Florida, the roots of this tale stretch much further back into the heart of medieval Europe. Stories of magical waters with rejuvenating properties can be traced to ancient texts and medieval folklore, where they were often linked to distant, uncharted lands filled with wonders and dangers. These tales were fueled by the medieval fascination with the unknown and the belief that the world held secrets waiting to be uncovered. One of the earliest references to such a fountain comes from the writings of Alexander the Great, whose legendary exploits were embellished in medieval romances. In these stories, Alexander and his men discover a spring that grants eternal life, a theme that resonated deeply in a world where life was often short and uncertain. Similarly, the medieval legend of Prester John, a mythical Christian king ruling a distant utopian kingdom, often included descriptions of miraculous waters that could heal and rejuvenate. These stories, passed down through generations, became intertwined with the broader quest for eternal youth, shaping the way people thought about life, death, and the possibility of defying nature. The cultural impact of the Fountain of Youth legend cannot be overstated. It inspired countless expeditions during the Age of Exploration, as European adventurers set sail in search of new lands and untold riches, driven by the hope of discovering this mythical spring. The legend also found its way into art, literature, and religion, symbolizing humanity's eternal struggle against the passage of time. In medieval alchemy, the search for the elixir of life mirrored the quest for the fountain of youth, as alchemists sought to unlock the secrets of immortality through their experiments. Yet the fountain of youth is more than just a medieval myth. It is a reflection of our deepest desires and fears. It speaks to the universal longing for a second chance, for the ability to turn back the clock and reclaim what has been lost. Even today, the legend endures not as a literal quest for a magical spring, but as a metaphor for the human pursuit of health, longevity, and the preservation of youth. From modern science's advancements in anti-aging technology to the timeless allure of beauty and vitality, the Fountain of Youth continues to inspire and captivate. As we leave behind the shimmering waters of this legendary spring, we are reminded that the quest for eternal youth is not just a medieval fantasy, it is a timeless journey that reflects our shared humanity. And now, as the shadows of the past give way to the light of discovery, we turn our gaze to another enduring mystery, the Shroud of Turin, a relic that has puzzled scholars and believers alike for centuries. Now, as the shimmering waters of the Fountain of Youth fade into the distance, we find ourselves drawn to another enigmatic relic that has captivated minds for centuries, the Shroud of Turin. This ancient piece of linen, bearing the faint image of a man who appears to have suffered crucifixion, has been the subject of intense debate, scientific scrutiny, and religious devotion. Is it the burial cloth of Jesus Christ, as many believe, or an elaborate medieval forgery? The mystery of the Shroud of Turin is a puzzle that continues to defy easy answers, blending faith, science, and history into a single, haunting question. The shroud first gained widespread attention in the 14th century when it surfaced in the possession of a French knight. Its origins, however, remain shrouded in mystery. Some claim it dates back to the time of Christ, while others argue it was created during the medieval period. The linen cloth, measuring approximately 14 feet long and 3.5 feet wide, bears the faint imprint of a man's body, complete with wounds consistent with crucifixion, including a crown of thorns and a spear wound to the side. For centuries, it has been venerated as a sacred relic, drawing pilgrims and scholars alike to the city of Turin, Italy, where it is housed today. Scientific studies have only deepened the intrigue surrounding the shroud. In the late 1970s, researchers were granted unprecedented access to the relic, conducting a series of tests to determine its age and authenticity. Radiocarbon dating, performed in the late 1980s, suggested the shroud originated between the 13th and 14th centuries, seemingly confirming it as a medieval creation. Yet, this conclusion has been met with skepticism. Critics argue that the samples tested may have been contaminated or taken from a repaired section of the cloth, casting doubt on the results. Other studies have pointed to the unique nature of the image itself, which appears to have been formed by a process that modern science cannot fully replicate. The faint, three-dimensional imprint lacks the brushstrokes or pigments typical of a painted image, leading some to suggest it was created through a form of radiation or chemical reaction. The debate over the shroud's authenticity extends beyond science into the realms of history and faith. Medieval records mention similar relics, often created as objects of devotion or pilgrimage. Yet none have captured the imagination quite like the Shroud of Turin. Its haunting image has inspired countless theories, from the plausible to the fantastical. Some propose it was created using early photographic techniques, while others suggest it may have been the result of a miraculous event. For believers, the shroud remains a powerful symbol of Christ's suffering and resurrection, a tangible connection to the divine. For skeptics, it is a testament to the ingenuity and artistry of medieval craftsmen. What makes the Shroud of Turin so compelling is not just the question of its origins, but what it reveals about humanity's enduring fascination with the unknown. It challenges us to confront the limits of our knowledge, to grapple with the intersection of faith and science, and to consider the possibility that some mysteries may never be fully solved. Whether it is a medieval artifact or a relic of profound spiritual significance, the shroud continues to inspire awe and debate, reminding us that the past is never as distant as it seems. As we leave the enigmatic folds of the shroud behind, we turn our attention to another legend that has captured the imagination of explorers and dreamers for centuries: the story of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, a tale that blends history, myth, and the timeless quest for honor and glory. Now, as the mists of time part, we step into the realm of one of the most enduring legends of the medieval world, the tale of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. This story, steeped in chivalry, magic, and adventure, has captivated imaginations for centuries, blending history and myth into a tapestry that continues to inspire. But who was King Arthur, and how much of his legend is rooted in reality? The answers lie somewhere between the pages of history and the whispers of folklore. The legend of King Arthur first emerged in the early medieval period, with the earliest references appearing in Welsh and Breton texts. These early accounts depict Arthur as a warrior king who defended Britain against Saxon invaders in the 5th or 6th century. Over time, his story was embellished by writers like Geoffrey of Monmouth, who, in the 12th century, transformed Arthur into a larger-than-life figure, complete with a magical sword, a wise wizard, and a court of noble knights. The Round Table, a symbol of equality and unity, became central to the legend, representing the ideals of chivalry and justice. But was Arthur a real historical figure? Scholars have long debated this question. Some point to figures like Ambrosius Aurelianus, a Romano-British leader who fought against Saxon invaders, as a possible inspiration for Arthur. Others argue that Arthur is a composite of several historical and mythical figures, his story shaped by centuries of oral tradition. Archaeological evidence, such as the ruins of Tintagel Castle in Cornwall, has been linked to Arthurian lore, though no definitive proof of his existence has been found. What is clear, however, is that the legend of Arthur reflects the values and struggles of medieval society, from the ideals of knighthood to the tension between paganism and Christianity. The cultural impact of King Arthur's legend cannot be overstated. It has inspired countless works of literature, from Sir Thomas Malory's Le Morte d'Arthur to modern retellings by authors like T.H. White and Marion Zimmer Bradley. The story has also been adapted into films, television series, and even video games, each interpretation adding new layers to the myth. Themes of loyalty, honor, and the quest for a better world resonate deeply, making Arthur a timeless symbol of hope and heroism. Yet, the legend of King Arthur is more than just a tale of knights and quests. It is a reflection of humanity's desire to believe in something greater, to find meaning in a world often marked by chaos and uncertainty. Whether Arthur was a real king or a creation of myth, his story endures because it speaks to the best of what we aspire to be: brave, just, and united in purpose. As we leave the halls of Camelot behind, we turn our gaze to another mystery that bridges the medieval world with the ancient past: the Nazca Lines, a series of enormous geoglyphs etched into the Peruvian desert. What secrets do these enigmatic designs hold, and what do they reveal about the civilizations that created them? The answers await as we continue our journey through the forgotten mysteries of the medieval world. Now, as we step away from the legendary halls of Camelot, our journey takes us across the globe to the arid plains of Peru, where one of the most perplexing mysteries of the ancient world awaits: the Nazca Lines. These enormous geoglyphs etched into the desert floor have baffled historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts for centuries. But what connects these enigmatic designs to the medieval world? The answer lies in humanity's timeless fascination with the unknown and the desire to uncover the secrets of civilizations long past. The Nazca Lines, created between 500 BC and 500 CE, consist of hundreds of intricate designs, ranging from simple geometric shapes to elaborate depictions of animals, plants, and humanoid figures. Some of these figures stretch over hundreds of feet, so large that they can only be fully appreciated from the air. This has led to one of the most enduring questions about the Nazca Lines: how were they created with such precision, and for what purpose? One theory suggests that the Nazca people used simple tools and surveying techniques to create these massive designs, aligning them with celestial events or natural landmarks. The dry, stable climate of the Nazca Desert has preserved these lines for over 1,000 years, allowing us to marvel at their complexity today. But why would an ancient civilization invest so much time and effort into creating art that could only be seen from above? Some researchers believe the lines served as a form of communication with the gods, a way to invoke divine favor or mark sacred spaces. Others propose that they were part of an elaborate astronomical calendar used to track the movements of the sun, moon, and stars. The medieval world, though separated by time and distance, shared a similar fascination with the mysteries of ancient civilizations. Medieval scholars often looked to the past for wisdom, drawing inspiration from the achievements of earlier cultures. The Nazca Lines, like the ruins of Rome or the pyramids of Egypt, would have been seen as a testament to the ingenuity and spiritual depth of those who came before. This connection highlights a universal human trait: our enduring curiosity about the past and our desire to understand the forces that shaped it. Another intriguing theory about the Nazca Lines ties them to water, a precious resource in the arid desert. Some researchers suggest that the lines may have been part of a ritualistic system to ensure rainfall or to mark underground water sources. This idea resonates with medieval practices, where water was often associated with life, purity, and divine blessing. The parallels between these ancient and medieval beliefs remind us that despite the passage of time, certain themes remain constant in human culture. The mystery of the Nazca Lines continues to captivate us, not only because of their sheer scale and beauty, but also because they challenge our understanding of ancient technology and spirituality. Were they a form of worship, a scientific tool, or something else entirely? The truth may never be fully uncovered, but the questions they raise inspire us to keep exploring, to keep seeking answers to the mysteries that connect us across time and space. As we leave the desert plains of Peru behind, our journey through the forgotten mysteries of the medieval world takes us to the misty highlands of Scotland, where another enigmatic legend awaits: the Loch Ness monster. What secrets lie beneath the dark waters of Loch Ness, and how does this creature fit into the tapestry of medieval folklore? The answers await as we continue our exploration. Now, as we venture into the misty highlands of Scotland, we find ourselves drawn to one of the most enduring legends of the medieval world: the Loch Ness monster. This enigmatic creature, often affectionately called Nessie, has captured the imagination of people for centuries, blending folklore, mystery, and a touch of the supernatural. But where did this legend begin, and how does it connect to the medieval fascination with monsters and the unknown? The roots of the Loch Ness Monster legend stretch back to the medieval period, a time when tales of strange creatures lurking in the depths of lakes and rivers were common. These stories often served as cautionary tales or explanations for the unexplainable, reflecting the medieval worldview where the natural and supernatural were deeply intertwined. One of the earliest recorded accounts of a mysterious creature in Loch Ness dates back to the 6th century when Saint Columba, an Irish monk, reportedly encountered a beast in the waters. According to the story, Columba commanded the creature to retreat, saving a man who had been attacked. While this tale is often seen as more symbolic than factual, it laid the groundwork for centuries of speculation and intrigue. Fast forward to the modern era, and the legend of Nessie has only grown. The first widely publicized sighting occurred in 1933, when a couple claimed to have seen a large, serpent-like creature crossing the road near the loch. This sparked a wave of interest, with numerous sightings reported over the decades. Descriptions of Nessie vary, but most accounts describe a long-necked, hump-backed creature resembling a plesiosaur, a prehistoric marine reptile. This has led some to speculate that Nessie could be a surviving relic from the age of dinosaurs, though scientific evidence remains elusive. The enduring mystery of the Loch Ness Monster lies not only in the sightings but also in the human desire to believe in something beyond the ordinary. Medieval legends often served as a way to make sense of the world, and Nessie continues to fulfill that role today. Whether as a symbol of the unknown or a reminder of the mysteries that still exist in our modern world, the Loch Ness Monster remains a captivating figure in both history and popular culture. As we reflect on the legend of Nessie, it's worth considering how medieval monster tales have shaped our understanding of the world. These stories, whether rooted in fact or fiction, remind us of the power of imagination and the enduring allure of the unexplained. And so, as we leave the dark waters of Loch Ness behind, our journey through the forgotten mysteries of the medieval world continues, leading us to another enigmatic artifact, the crystal skulls. What secrets do these mysterious objects hold, and how do they connect to the medieval fascination with the mystical and the unknown? The answers await as we delve deeper into the past. Now, as we step into the shadowy realm of ancient artifacts, we encounter one of the most intriguing mysteries of the medieval world, the crystal skulls. These enigmatic objects, carved from clear or milky quartz, have long been shrouded in mystery, sparking debates about their origins, purpose, and the hands that crafted them. But what makes these crystal skulls so fascinating, and how do they tie into the medieval fascination with the mystical and the unknown? The story of the crystal skulls begins with their discovery in the 19th century, though their legends stretch back much further. Medieval Europe was deeply fascinated with crystals and gemstones, believing them to hold mystical properties. Crystals were thought to channel divine energy, protect against evil, and even grant visions of the future. This belief in the power of crystals likely influenced the creation or interpretation of the crystal skulls, which some claim to be ancient relics from lost civilizations. The most famous of these skulls, the Mitchell Hedges skull, was allegedly discovered in the ruins of a Mayan city in the early 20th century. Its flawless craftsmanship and eerie, lifelike appearance have fueled speculation about its origins for decades. Theories about the crystal skulls are as varied as they are captivating. Some believe they were created by advanced ancient civilizations, such as the Aztecs or the Maya, using techniques that remain a mystery to modern science. Others suggest they are relics of a lost, technologically advanced society, perhaps even connected to the mythical city of Atlantis. Skeptics, however, argue that the skulls are elaborate hoaxes crafted in the 19th century to capitalize on the era's fascination with the occult and the exotic. Scientific analysis of some skulls has revealed tool marks consistent with modern carving techniques, casting doubt on their ancient origins. Yet, the allure of the crystal skulls persists as they continue to captivate the imagination of historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts alike. The purpose of the crystal skulls is another layer of their mystery. Some theories propose they were used in religious or spiritual rituals, serving as conduits for communication with the divine or as tools for divination. Others suggest they were created as symbols of power or knowledge, perhaps even holding encoded information from a lost civilization. The idea that the skulls possess supernatural powers, such as healing abilities or the capacity to reveal hidden truths, has only added to their mystique. Whether as sacred artifacts or elaborate forgeries, the crystal skulls embody the medieval fascination with the mystical and the unknown, bridging the gap between history and legend. As we ponder the mystery of the crystal skulls, we are reminded of the enduring human desire to uncover the secrets of the past. These enigmatic objects, whether ancient relics or modern creations, continue to spark curiosity and debate, much like the medieval legends that inspired them. And so, as we leave the shimmering mystery of the crystal skulls behind, our journey through the forgotten mysteries of the medieval world takes us to the snow-capped peaks of the Himalayas, where another legendary figure awaits, the Yeti. What truths lie hidden in the icy wilderness, and how does this elusive creature connect to the medieval fascination with the unknown? The answers beckon as we venture further into the shadows of history. Now, as we ascend into the frosty heights of the Himalayas, we find ourselves face to face with one of the most enduring legends of the medieval world, the Yeti. Known as the abominable snowman, this elusive creature has captured the imagination of explorers, scholars, and storytellers for centuries. But where does the legend of the Yeti originate, and how does it connect to the medieval fascination with the unknown? The roots of the Yeti legend stretch back to ancient times, but it was during the medieval period that tales of this mysterious being began to take shape. In the remote mountain villages of Nepal and Tibet, stories of a large, ape-like creature roaming the snowy wilderness were passed down through generations. These accounts often describe the Yeti as a towering figure, covered in thick white or brown fur, with enormous footprints left in the snow. Medieval travelers and traders venturing through the treacherous mountain passes brought these tales back to Europe, where they became intertwined with broader myths of monstrous creatures lurking in uncharted land. Sightings of the Yeti have persisted into modern times, fueling both fascination and skepticism. In the early 20th century, Western explorers began reporting encounters with the creature during their Himalayan expeditions. One of the most famous accounts comes from British mountaineer Eric Shipton, who in 1951 photographed what appeared to be massive footprints in the snow near Mount Everest. These images sparked global interest and debate, with some claiming they were definitive proof of the Yeti's existence, while others dismissed them as hoaxes or misidentifications of animal tracks. Theories about the Yeti are as varied as the landscapes it is said to inhabit. Some believe it could be a surviving remnant of an ancient species, such as Gigantopithecus, a massive ape that once roamed Asia. Others suggest it might be a previously undiscovered primate, adapted to the harsh conditions of the high mountains. Skeptics, however, argue that the Yeti is nothing more than a combination of folklore, misidentified animals like bears or yaks, and the human tendency to see patterns in the unknown. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the legend of the Yeti endures, a testament to humanity's enduring curiosity about the mysteries of the natural world. The Yeti also holds a unique place in the medieval imagination, reflecting the era's fascination with the boundaries between the known and the unknown. In a time when maps were filled with blank spaces and mythical creatures, the Yeti symbolized the mysteries that lay beyond the edges of civilization. Its legend served as a reminder of the vast, unexplored wilderness and the secrets it might hold. Even today, the Yeti continues to inspire expeditions, documentaries, and debates, bridging the gap between medieval myth and modern exploration. As we leave the icy peaks of the Himalayas behind, we are reminded that the Yeti is more than just a creature of legend. it is a symbol of humanity's unending quest to uncover the unknown. Whether real or imagined, the Yeti challenges us to explore the boundaries of our understanding and to embrace the mysteries that still linger in the shadows of history. And so, as our journey through the forgotten mysteries of the medieval world continues, we turn our gaze to the ancient Mediterranean, where a remarkable piece of technology awaits the Antikythera mechanism. What secrets does this ancient device hold, and how does it connect to the medieval fascination with the wonders of the past? The answers lie just ahead. Now, as we journey from the icy peaks of the Himalayas to the sunlit shores of the ancient Mediterranean, we encounter a marvel that bridges the gap between the medieval world and the wonders of antiquity, the Antikythera mechanism. Discovered in a shipwreck off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera in the early 20th century, this intricate device has puzzled historians, scientists, and archaeologists for over a century. Often referred to as the world's first analog computer, the Antikythera mechanism is a testament to the ingenuity of ancient civilizations and a reminder of how much we still have to learn about the past. The mechanism, dating back to around 150 to 100 BCE, is a complex assembly of bronze gears and dials housed in a wooden case no larger than a shoebox. When it was first recovered, its purpose was a complete mystery. Over time, however, researchers have pieced together its function, revealing a device capable of predicting astronomical positions, eclipses, and even the timing of ancient athletic games like the Olympics. The precision of its design suggests a level of technological sophistication that was thought to be impossible for its time, challenging our understanding of ancient engineering and scientific knowledge. Theories about the Antikythera mechanism's creation are as fascinating as the device itself. Some scholars believe it was the work of the legendary Greek inventor Archimedes, known for his groundbreaking contributions to mathematics and engineering. Others suggest it may have been crafted by a school of astronomers in Rhodes, a hub of scientific inquiry in the ancient world. What is clear is that the mechanism reflects a deep understanding of celestial mechanics, with its gears meticulously calibrated to replicate the movements of the sun, moon, and planets. This level of precision hints at a tradition of astronomical observation and mechanical innovation that was far more advanced than previously imagined. The medieval fascination with ancient technology is evident in the way the Antikythera mechanism captures the imagination. During the Middle Ages, many of the scientific achievements of antiquity were lost or forgotten, only to be rediscovered centuries later. The mechanism serves as a reminder of the knowledge that was preserved, lost, and eventually reclaimed, highlighting the cyclical nature of human discovery. Its rediscovery in the modern era has sparked renewed interest in the technological capabilities of ancient civilizations, inspiring researchers to re-examine other artifacts and texts for clues about forgotten innovations. Theories about the mechanism's purpose continue to evolve. Some believe it was used as an educational tool, helping students and scholars visualize the cosmos. Others suggest it may have had a more practical application, such as aiding in navigation or religious ceremonies tied to celestial events. Regardless of its exact use, the Antikythera mechanism stands as a symbol of humanity's enduring quest to understand the universe and our place within it. Its intricate design and mysterious origins remind us that the past is filled with untold stories and hidden knowledge waiting to be uncovered. As we reflect on the Antikythera mechanism, we are reminded of the medieval world's deep connection to the mysteries of antiquity. This remarkable device not only showcases the brilliance of ancient engineers, but also underscores the timeless human desire to explore, innovate, and unravel the secrets of the cosmos. And so, as our journey through the forgotten mysteries of the medieval world draws to a close, we are left with a profound appreciation for the ingenuity of those who came before us and the enduring allure of the unknown. As we bring our exploration of the 25 forgotten mysteries of the medieval world to a close, It's impossible not to marvel at the sheer depth of intrigue these stories hold. From the vanishing princes in the Tower of London to the enigmatic Voynich Manuscript, and from the eerie dancing plague of 1518 to the technological marvel of the Antikythera mechanism, each mystery offers a glimpse into a world where the line between fact and legend often blurs. These tales remind us that history is not just a collection of dates and events, but a tapestry woven with threads of curiosity, wonder, and the unknown. What makes these mysteries so compelling is not just their unresolved nature, but the questions they raise about human ingenuity, belief, and the limits of our understanding. They challenge us to think beyond the obvious, to question the narratives we've been told, and to consider the possibility that the past holds secrets we may never fully uncover. Whether it's the lost treasure of the Knights Templar, the Legend of Prester John, or the haunting curse of the Hope Diamond, each story invites us to reflect on the enduring power of mystery in shaping our perception of history. These forgotten enigmas also teach us something profound about ourselves. They remind us that curiosity is a driving force behind human progress, pushing us to explore, discover, and make sense of the world around us. The medieval world, with its blend of superstition and science, faith and fear, offers a unique lens through which we can examine our own relationship with the unknown. It's a reminder that even in an age of advanced technology and information, there are still questions that defy easy answers. So, as we conclude this journey through the shadows of the medieval past, we invite you to reflect on which of these mysteries captivates you the most. Was it the eerie tale of the Green Children of Woolpit, the enduring quest for the Holy Grail, or perhaps the baffling precision of the Antikythera mechanism? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear which story sparked your imagination and why. And if this journey has left you hungry for more, don't stop here. The medieval world is vast and filled with countless other stories waiting to be uncovered. Dive deeper into the archives of history, explore the legends, and let your curiosity guide you. Who knows what other forgotten mysteries you might discover? Thank you for joining us on this adventure through time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another journey into the past. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep uncovering the mysteries that make history so endlessly fascinating.